now we
That's
have
not really how that works, but
our
there you go.
extremely patient principal snub stitch. I've been told I should be the younger, more idiot.
Okay.
Where's the younger, more idiot?
Maria, you want to be
Clinton.
principal substitch?
Do I want to be what?
What is it, principal substitch?
Yeah.
Substitch.
Principal Snubstitch, the high school principal.
Very patient. Here.
With amazing reserves of patience.
You have amazing reserves.
And of
I
course,
usually do, but not
Lance,
with
the
you.
class president, who's apparently also not that bright.
It's also an idiot.
Now, but you don't see your
Somebody nearby should also be the announcer, which they have a little bumper in the beginning and the end.
Right, so who would like to do the announcer at the beginning and the end? Someone?
Well, who here has great bumpers?
I'll do the
Well,
announcer.
I don't want to brag.
I'd rather be an
You want to be the announcer and he's the
I
principal?
bump into
I
this.
have an announcer.
Okay.
Alright.
That's entirely
She'll do the announcing, I'll be the principal then.
Hello.
Alright, are we all
Start.
You don't have to.
You were in that seat. You are
lights?
now.
Lights? Camera?
Camera.
And,
Oh, so now making that. You move it.
oh well,
Are we ready?
Make it.
wait for
You're
it.
pretty good.
Doing some adjusting there.
Alright, I believe we have in fact action.
You're listening to Qwerpline here on QWRP FM. Qwerpline this week is brought to you by Mario Flaherty's Larry Disparity, a bleak burlesque show exposing the frailties of modern life and the human condition. Mario Flaherty's Larry Disparity, marvel at their temerity. Temerity.
Good morning, Innsbruck, and welcome to Qwerpline. Big G Money here with His Honor the Aldersman A-Train. How's it going?
You don't need to call me that, G-Star.
It does somewhat mess with my flow, but until I get that notarized document from the Thurston County Council, I legally do.
Well, I put a triple rush on the paperwork, but they're still dragging their heels. Welcome to bureaucracy.
And you at home, welcome to Qwerpline, broadcasting from scenic Innsbruck, the second best Miami. Of course, the Innsbruck Tourism Board won the right to use that slogan after defeating Lesser Miami in a sideball tournament in 1979.
And they're still sore about it to this day.
Since then, they've been stuck with the slogan, still legally a Miami, so it's not really surprising they'd be so upset.
You'd think they would have been smart enough to change the slogan after all this time.
Yeah, maybe they could contact the Innsbruck Tourism Board. They seem to have a lot of time on their hands.
They don't outsource?
And now the news. Disaster on the Shaughnessy River yesterday as there was a collision and subsequent melee between what officials are calling a Sapphic adventure barge and a replica Scandinavian U-boat with spinners welded to the side.
Floating on dubs?
Not anymore. That submersible is not going anywhere anytime soon. While crew and passengers from both vessels were treated for injuries, there were no fatalities, unless you count beavers, which, for tax purposes, the city of Innsbruck does, so there were 25 fatalities.
A public service will be held on Sunday at the town hall with a reception to follow at the town hall.
And we'd like to remind motorists that the Shaughnessy River is really not that wide and to take extra caution when traveling upon it. This message brought to you by the Innsbruck Volunteer Coast Guard.
I thought they were largely ceremonial.
That's actually not the case, Alex. A lot of people think that, but ever since Innsbruck became landlocked, the Volunteer Coast Guard has jurisdiction over the Shaughnessy River, the Chumble floodplain, the Innsbruck culvert grid, every storm drain from East Sump Acres to just outside the Julesburg city limits, and owing to some oddly specific wording from the ratification of the Volunteer Coast Guard, a smattering of bathtubs in Raster Heights.
What, not the pool?
No, Gordon hates raccoons.
Really? That's his only job. I could do better than that.
Well, I mean, it's a volunteer position. You could.
Got my hands full already, thanks.
In other news, it's the Q4 holiday season, so the city is once again uncondemned Nattering Pines Shopping Mall for all your shopping needs.
So grab yourself a hard hat and bring the kids.
And among the exciting things for you and your family to see at the mall, you can get your picture taken with your choice of 12 Santas. There are festive sales across the board, everywhere from Camel Cove Caramel Collective to the Tchotchke Hut. The food court is having a how much can you drink eggnog competition,
Pro tip, it's less than you think.
and the food court fountain has been converted into a deep fry cauldron for the traditional frying up of the turducken.
He is hoping they remember to scald the fur off this time.
Well, they don't. I mean, that's why the raccoon is the core. You can just sort of eat around it.
We have some odd traditions around here, don't we?
Whatever you say, Your Honor. Speaking of the fourth quarter holidays, it's time to go over to our summer intern, Derek, who's at Innsburg High School, where they are preparing for tonight's annual fourth quarter holiday dance. How's it going, Derek?
Well, I mean, I'm back at the high school like you told me, but last time I left, they said I didn't have to come back anymore. So I don't know if this is okay. I'm not going to get in trouble, am I?
No, Derek, you're fine. You're not there to attend the school. You're just reporting on prepping for the dance.
Okay. Well, I'm near the gymnasium right now, and the doors are wide open, so I'll just go in and see who's left in the school.
What do you mean who's left?
Well, after I graduated, they said everybody was leaving.
Derek, you know they get a new class every year, right?
Oh, wow, that's Mrs. Snubstitch. She used to be the principal when I was here.
Why, Derek, I'm still the principal.
No, that's not true. That's impossible. I thought we were all graduating together, Mrs. Snubstitch.
Oh, Derek, you were always so creative. But now that you've graduated, you can call me Susan.
No!
Hi there, Derek. Is this the interview? I've always wanted to be on the radio.
Who are you?
I'm Lance Clinton. I'm the student council president.
No, that's not right. Toby McCoy is student council president.
What's he talking about, Miss Substitch?
This isn't right. I didn't vote for you. I'm going to tell everyone on the radio you're a fraud.
Oh no, what's it going to do with my credibility? Bustery and otherwise.
Hold on now, boys. Now, Lance, Derek is here from Qwerpline, where he works now.
He's just the summer intern.
He's here to interview us about the fourth quarter dance. Lance, why don't you tell him about all your plans?
The fourth quarter dance is the most romantic of all dances at the quarterly holiday festival. So I've been working really hard to make sure we get a boss DJ and some lights and a smoke machine and some glow sticks so everyone can wave them about as they rave all night. Well, actually, not all night, all afternoon, because we have to shut down before 9.
Rave? We never had one of those. We had Grandpa Thurm come in with his accordion. We had a line dance for 3 hours.
Gotta stay up with the times, old man. Well, line dancing is all fine and good, but I thought with the rave, with all the bumping and the grinding and the wild flailing, I might be able to make it to accidental second base with Melody Young.
Well, that's not right. Sideball hunters don't touch bases. They'll have to tap the ring.
I see you've been to a fourth quarter dance before. I'm hoping for that later.
Okay, Lance, we're going to have a long talk after this radio interview is over about the darkness and flailing you've got planned. And I just want to point out that if you try to get fresh with Melody Young, she's going to clean break your arms.
So, is the dance happening or what?
Because it sounds like maybe
Oh, no, the dance is still happening. I'm going to text Grandpa Thurm as soon as I get off the phone. And Lance, well, why don't you wait for me in my office? Derek, do you have any other questions?
Since I came back here, do I get to pick different electives this time? I don't want to do shop again, not after what happened with the London Punch.
Derek, I'm so impressed and surprised that you have a full-time job now.
Thanks, Mrs. Snubstitch. I'll see you in first period.
Thank you, Derek. So it sounds like if you want to head to the high school fourth quarter dance, it actually sounds kind of worth it just to see what the heck's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't know how you're supposed to dance to Grandpa Thrum's music with glow sticks.
Also, isn't Grandpa Thrum epileptic?
Someone should tell him.
Well, it can't be us because now it's time for the weather with Sadie Casperson. How's it going today, Sadie?
Well, it's fantastic because it's unseasonably warm and incredibly rainy.
For differing values of fantastic, I guess.
And, as our listeners are no doubt aware, if they look out their windows, it is pouring buckets outside. That's going to continue for the rest of the week. On Tuesday, it's going to be rainy. On Wednesday, we're looking at showers. On Thursday, we have a light drizzle moving into a heavy drizzle, moving to a torrential downpour. And on Friday, double rain.
that mean it'll rain twice or twice as much?
Both.
It works out to 4 times as much.
What brought on this unseasonable weather, Sadie?
Well, Graham, there's a couple of explanations for it. Your average meteorologist would probably say it's a high pressure front combining with warm air coming up from the south. But what I think it is divine vengeance.
Go on.
Vengeance for what, though?
Oh, have you seen this town? I mean, there's debauchery, there's lawlessness, weightlessness, there's Bob Hinckley's perfume.
Well, this place does kind of smell like brimstone.
And Fern has become a den of sin. And to boot, we've forgotten the true meaning of the fourth quarter.
Well, Sadie, thank you.
Or it could be climate change, but no matter which way it shakes out, may God's mercy be upon us, you filthy sinners. Bye, guys.
Wow.
You want to go to church?
Will Sadie be there?
She can't be at all of them at once. Yeah, let's not risk it.
Speaking of being judged by men in the sky, it's time to check in with Richter Hammock Slam up in the QWRP traffic copter. How's it going up there, Richter?
Warm and moist, Graham.
What is that noise, Richter? What's going on up there?
As you should know, once every quarter, the QWRP traffic copter is grounded for routine maintenance. But no force on this earth can keep me from my rightful place amongst the birds.
Except for that time you were in a fan boat.
That was by choice, Alex. And also, there were ducks.
How are you in the air, Richter?
Thermals, Graham. Thermals. Acting upon the miracle that is the hang glider. And those sounds you hear are the tiny pitter-patter feet of raindrops landing upon my wings.
You're riding thermals. How long have you been up there?
Thanks to the unseasonably warm weather, I've been up here for over 7 hours now. However, I will need to return to Earth's cold embrace soon to remove some liquid ballast by taking the largest piss of my life.
Richter, I admire your restraint. I'm surprised you haven't just let go mid-flight.
Oh my God! How have I not thought of this sooner?
Richter, no!
Oh, the sweet relief! I could probably stay up here for another 7 hours if I so desired.
I'm unsurprised, Richter. Traffic.
Well, if you're driving on Highway 3 right now, watch out.
Roads.
Back to you.
Usually it's figurative when Richter does that to us.
And with that, it's almost time for the break. When we come back, tonight in the square, the Girl Scouts are officiating the lighting of the fourth quarter tree.
Let's hope it catches this time.
They haven't been marinating it in white gas for the last 3 days for nothing.
Ba ba boom.
And we'll be hearing from Jimmy Jam's Afternoon Jams and the Prank Patrol as they've taken all the fire extinguishers near the town square and replaced them. Oh my God, we need to warn them.
Gus, Bill time. We got to go be heroes.
More Qwerpline after this.
You're listening to Qwerpline here on QWRP FM. Thanks again to our sponsor, Mariel Flaherty's Larry Disparity, a bleak burlesque show exposing the frailties of modern life and maybe some other things. Mariel Flaherty, Larry Disparity. They've got flavors. It's still
I know, he really is.
Now, that one was a little weird, but pleasantly short.
How did I not think of that before?
I forgot this is that one.
Yeah. So the bit about the town hall and the town hall is the local bar is also called the town hall.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with the actual town hall.
Ah, that makes everything as clear.
It's an ongoing.
Yeah, the running joke.
It's not a real one.
No, it's a podcast that is supposedly like the morning radio show of Innsbruck.
Okay.
In previous episodes, the original aldersman of Thurston County, Richard Thurston, died during an interview with Derek. The episode afterwards, just before this one, there was the debates about who would become the aldersman, and Alex,
Apparently,
he talked about, you know what I do? Absolutely nothing. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Quit trying to change things. And then Alex ends up getting voted to be the new aldersman.
And I've never actually listened to the
That is
podcast,
next.
so I just assumed you had some bad
We could actually
accent.
send you a link to it if anybody wants
No, I
to
mean, I
listen
can
to it.
figure it out, but it's more.
I thought you were doing a bad New York accent.
Either one of them are very bad.
Boston is hard.
Yeah.
Technically, I'm doing a very bad Boston
In the
accent.
production, all of the women are played by the
I
same
really like your
person.
voice, Jeff.
So they get very exaggerated after a while because she's got to distinguish them.
Now, I should mention that in the past, along with Alex being played by Mike here, Graham was also played by Gavin. He expressed deep sorrow that he could not be with us today. He has, he's rather upset to have missed a couple of his school reads, so we are hoping to see Gabe next time.
Well, are we gonna try New Year's or?
Yeah, I think so.
Dependent on COVID.
It is going to be dependent, but like, all going well, I think we can swing it. We don't have to do it here. We can do it anywhere, and obviously we have some time to figure that out.
We got done Derek like twice a week. And as Thurston, I'm with you in spirit.
Yeah, it's true. You're Thurston.
The spirit of Thurston. Sounds like a...
Yeah.
And the severity.
So,
Now the next thing we're doing is Not of the Earth, Act 2, which everyone starts on page 54. So handing out scripts, Vic the middle-aged man was the main character, and if I remember correctly, was played by Jeff Barrett. However, he could not make it today, and I wonder, Paul, if you might be willing to.
Okay.
Then we have Molly, Vic's late teens, early 20s daughter. We have asked Mike to play this part today.
Yep.
same accent. Do not deviate from that. I can't. Follow
Why
your
don't you
heart.
give Evelyn?
I gotta.
Why don't you give Evelyn Coop's part then?
No, that would
That's
make it
the
even
other way.
That would make it even weirder.
Okay.
So, what's the daughter's
Are you in
name?
the sun?
Molly.
Do you want to
Molly.
tap or do you want to pull your chair forward a bit?
I just pulled the chair forward.
Okay.
Now the
Evelyn, do you want
mother and mother-in-law.
You're okay with that?
You guys.
Yeah, you guys do that.
Yep.
I remember that.
You guys were back.
Now,
remember that
I do not remember which one of you is Doreen and which one of you is Elsa.
I'm Doreen.
Doreen, alright, Elsa. Then we have Arthur, the alien in human form. Now this part was played by Marcus, so we have asked David if he would like to take the part. Arthur.
Arthur.
Also known as our
Compelling argument, Tom.
also known as R4. Now the best friend, Vic's drinking mate, played by Cooper last time, who said he'd be here and obviously has just decided he does not love us.
He probably fell asleep.
He is a nurse,
Yeah.
so yes, the sleep is pretty good theme. So who might like to play Howie?
I could take this part.
I remember.
I don't have a part in this one.
Who was the ex-wife?
I think I am.
Oh,
Mom
right.
was the ex-wife and you were like the copy of his husband.
Your current husband, Jeffrey.
Who was playing Eve?
Which one's Eve?
Eve, the strange church lady.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was the
I think it was Jenna.
Okay, so Eve,
Okay.
ex-wife whose name is Jillian.
Which is Jillian, that's right.
Jeffrey is playing Jeffrey.
I'm lazy. Interesting.
Easy to remember.
And now, Margaret, if you want to play Howie the drinking buddy, remember that you have to act a little drunk.
And Trudy with my dad and Polly's place.
You have to flirt with Mike here.
Yeah.
She's been waiting for it all
I've
day.
been waiting. I'm trying to figure out what the hell voice to do for all. Words are failing me.
There's something up here.
I don't know. I think you're great low.
Now, also probably some things to be read by the
Stage
stage
directions.
directions. And I've run out of scripts, so
Evelyn can do stage direction off of my script.
great.
Because let's face it,
Excellent.
she just wants to read things. I know, I use the anti-hornet perfume today. I don't know what's going on.
It's probably a yellow jacket.
Yeah, probably not a hornet.
Well, I don't think it is, but you know.
No, that's totally a
It's
yellow jacket.
still way more interested in me than I would like it to be.
Our hornet
You do have
repellent is
something-
made
you
from
do
the
have
purest
sweet
yellow
stuff
jacket
in our
pheromones.
There you go. Huh?
You have sweet stuff in
Hornets
your
are
circle.
fine.
We do, yes.
Why do the yellow jacket?
Anybody gonna argue if I take plates?
No?
We'll argue regardless. We'll argue no matter what.
For the
Trying to
And there's
lessen the amount of plates you smell.
when you come back, do you want to bring the lid for the
Yep.
cookies, and then that will help.
Bigger drive instead of the table.
Yes.
I hope you don't mind if I take off my shoes, Jen.
I'm gonna eat a bunch, but I gotta do two.
Wait for
I feel the need.
wait for your
made
master to
for
come back.
speed.
Whoa. Read the toes.
Who's Quasanella?
You.
Ron
That's,
Quasanella.
yeah, Quasanella is the evil alien in charge.
That's right. Quasanella is right?
Jillian slash
Jillian.
Quasanella. I am Jeffrey slash Bip. 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 Bip.
Or just enough. Just enough.
Well, people are getting things. I'm getting one.
Are you regrouping?
I'm getting a drink.
I don't know how this is going to come across.
Well, Mike,
I'm just trying to think of the words that come out of my mouth and how I say them. The important part is don't read ahead.
that's right.
I'm just going for tone. I'm not
Don't read ahead at all. Yeah, yep. Don't read ahead at all.
Feminine tone? You really don't know how to do it?
It just
Reach deep down inside you.
it just gets you
it's just gonna
all
be
anxious in that.
Hey, baby, I was supposed to do this voice.
Very white.
Very white.
Molly.
Yeah.
Very white as Molly.
That was my first take on it.
Hey, baby.
I was trying to see if I could do a Karen effectively.
I don't think that would work with her character.
I didn't read. It's sort of like don't read ahead, but it's like you don't. I haven't read behind either.
In retrospect, that was terrible.
Nobody said don't read behind.
No, I'm just pointing out. I'm trying to, and it's in the middle of it.
Camera
It's like,
breakage. It's all right.
That's what happens when you're first, you take an intermission and one of the people quits.
I didn't know
The
it. I was told I
underside.
can't do it.
She's been fired.
I thought you were retired.
I was fired.
Yeah.
She's making a